Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about a topic that I am very passionate about, and that would be just finding inner peace within yourself and just healing yourself from any trauma that you may have experienced in your life or from your childhood. Everything that I'm about to discuss are things from my own experiences. It's been a long journey. It takes time, and I think that's one thing that we all need to understand is that different people heal at different paces in time. Nobody can tell you how much time it takes to heal yourself, and that you need to take the time that you can. Otherwise, it's inauthentic and it's not genuine. Without further ado, let's get started. So I find that the most important place to start with healing yourself and healing yourself from any experiences you may have gone through is just acknowledging that you have toxic traits, or you have some things that you need to improve on. Whether you were a teenager or an adult, maybe you said something, maybe you were being petty, I think acknowledging your faults is something huge. And not everybody is toxic, not everybody is always in the right either. But I feel like once I identified my faults, it was so much easier. I'm a people pleaser. I used to hate confrontation. I have this need to be accepted all the time. These are all things that I noticed within myself, and I'm sure there's more, but those are just some examples of what you can look within. I feel like another thing is always having an open mind to all situations. If you're ever in a moment of conflict, I feel like obviously state where you come from, state your piece, but also acknowledge that this other person may be hurting too. Where are you coming from? Because in the end, there are three sides to every story: yours, mine, and the truth. Another thing that I feel really adds to just healing yourself is breaking that generational curse. I found that in my life and my husband's life, there are things that we may have grown up with that we weren't okay with. Whether it be extended family, or our parents, or our siblings, there's a lot of things that go into healing your generational trauma. And again, it ties back into acknowledging what traits you got from that trauma. I think that there are things rooted within us that will always surface, but it's up to you to fix it. Nobody else can fix you aside from you. Nobody else can deal with your problems aside from you. It is nobody else's job to do any of that. And that kind of ties into the next thing I want to talk about, and that's that you cannot change people who do not want to change. I feel like this was really the hardest thing for me to accept throughout my life when I was a teenager, and from then on until now, honestly, I still kind of struggle with it, is that sometimes we think we can fix people, we can change them, but I've found in the end that people only truly change if they want to. And I actually saw this quote on Facebook, I believe it was, where it was like, when you marry someone, make sure you marry the one and you're not trying to make them into the one. Something like that. I don't remember the exact quote, but it was a really good quote. I married my one, so I don't feel like I need to change my husband for anything. But in case you are in that situation, I feel like that's important. Everybody and their mother is gonna tell you this, but sleep and drinking water are huge in just overall making you feel better about your day. I'm horrible at it, so I'm not gonna tell you, you need to drink your water. Like, I need to drink my water too. I'm literally parched as we speak right now, but I've noticed the times where I do get an adequate night's sleep, or I am drinking the water that I need to, I end up having a much better day. Making sure you're eating when you need to, and making sure that you are supplying your body with healthy, good, nutritious foods. That is huge as well. Cutting out pops and candies. Don't get me wrong, I love my pop candy and pizza, and I feel like you really are what you eat. If you're eating crappy food, you're gonna feel like crap. A big thing that I like to talk to my husband about is allowing him to feel emotions. And I feel like this more so goes for men, but I feel like men are very scared to show their emotions, and I'm sure there are some women out there too, but the way I described it to my husband is you can allow yourself to feel things, just do not let them consume you. You can feel sad. If you're mourning, mourn. If you're angry, if you're pissed off, allow yourself to feel that, but do not allow yourself to become so angry that you're punching walls. Don't allow yourself to become so sad that you are going into a depression and you can't stop. Some things are bigger than others, and that's a very generalized statement, I feel. So I get it, everybody's different, and it's not easy to always just stop after a day or two. But I find that some adults don't know how to quite regulate themselves. And I feel like, again, this goes back to like identifying what your triggers are, your toxic traits, your faults. When you can start to kind of identify like, oh man, I'm getting really angry right now, my kids are really getting on my nerves, maybe I need to remove myself so that I can go work on myself, so that I'm breaking that generational curse of when my grandpa or my dad or whoever used to slam things, and I don't have to repeat that, and I don't have to project that onto my kids. That's just an example, but I think it's really important. This one should be a no-brainer, but really surrounding yourself by people that share the same ambitions and goals as you. Let's say I had a goal of becoming a billionaire. I don't ever think I'll become a billionaire, but let's just say I did. Now, I'm not saying go out and find billionaires and surround yourself by billionaires, because let's be honest, how are you gonna find one? Are you just gonna go and ask everybody? If I wanna travel and go on vacation 2 times a year, and I'm surrounding myself by people that's like, oh, that's a waste of money, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't go to Disney again, I'm not gonna wanna go to Disney again, or I'm gonna feel like I can't. But if I am with people who share like-minded and are like, yeah, that sounds awesome, it's uplifting and it makes you feel good and it just feeds your fire. I really think it's important to surround yourself by people that speak positivity too. I don't know about you guys, I'm kind of on a spiritual journey myself, so whether it be God or whatever that I'm believing in, I believe that I'm speaking to someone in my heart and my mind. I believe in signs, and I choose to listen to the signs that I've found. I think it's important to believe in something, and I know a lot of people just can't believe in something if they don't see it, and I totally get it because I'm the same way. But I think finding something is really good, because when you can't believe in anything, I just personally feel lost. And being on my own spiritual journey has really helped me and myself, as well as kind of strengthened me and my husband's relationship. Overall, I just think it's really important to talk about the things that you're feeling in order to heal yourself. I used to be one that would bottle everything up inside until I would explode. And that was really hard because I was dealing with everything on my own. I think having someone to lean on, whether it be a therapist, a best friend, your spouse, somebody, it really does help. Or even just going on Reddit or YouTube and searching up people that have similar experiences that you may not ever meet in this world. For me, that helps. And that's just something that I try to do for myself. I think I've said everything that I want to say, so hopefully you guys may have some tips for healing your inner child, inner peace, things like that. Let me know if you like this style of video. I really love talking about life and why people are the way they are. I think it's very interesting. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you follow my Instagram and my TikTok. The link will be in the description down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.